into the 2015 Winter Classic at Nationals Park as hockey takes over the nation's capital. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Diana Rossini.
And I'm Doug Kammerer alongside Jason Pugh on a beautiful morning, which will be a beautiful afternoon as the Washington Capitals take on the Chicago Blackhawks.
Guys, how about the atmosphere, the scene here at Nationals Park? Just absolutely beautiful. We've been getting you ready for the 2015 Winter Classic the past couple of weeks as the NHL has worked hard to transform this baseball park into a hockey venue, and the transformation really is something to behold.
All right, it has us excited. You know it has the fans excited. Yeah. But you know who's really excited about this? The players.
You just see how the people get excited, like everybody wearing the jerseys.
You feel the energy when a team walks out. You don't get used to that. It's always a weird, tingly feeling. So, yeah, it's gonna be tough to keep the emotions in check.
I think it's going to be a special event, and kudos to our fans for filling the rink and making DC a hockey market and a place that's going to attract the Winter Classic.
To be one of those big markets where there's a huge fan base and getting rewarded with a game like this. A lot of people looking in from the outside, realizing that the Capitals fans, the Capitals fan base are, it's really surprising, and it's a great thing to be a part of.
You know, it's a spectacle, it's cool, it's a fun environment, and everyone kind of feeds into that for that one game, so it's definitely passionate out there. The fans are going crazy, and everyone's out of their element, everyone's out of the norm, so it makes it that much more fun and exciting.
Oh, and fun and exciting it is. I'll tell you what, it's fun inside, but it's got to be just as much fun, if not more right now, outside. That's where Carol Maloney and Veronica Johnson are. And guys, this is really taking over the city, and I'm sure you guys are with a lot of people just outside.
Yeah! Yes, we are. We're mingling with thousands and thousands of people here. The anticipation building to a fever pitch. They're all getting really excited. What do you think, VJ?
I think there's a sea of red behind us. You don't see too many Blackhawks out there, but a sea of red. Go Caps, eh?
We do have video from just inside the stadium. We're outside the center field gate. Inside the stadium, you have an angle where you can see the sun reflecting off the ice, and the glare is ridiculous. It's really blinding. Never heard people complain to VJ about Sunday conditions before, but a little bit today, everyone's concerned.
Right. So for many behind me, I'm sure that they would say that this is the perfect weather conditions for them. However, not so good. Big area of Arctic high pressure over us, so we've got the cold air, but also the glare. Take a look at this animation we put together. It takes you from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Of course, the puck drops at 1:30, and it really is the defending side that I think will have the brightest sunshine during the first period of the game. Of course, you can see that shadow coming over the stadium, coming over the rink around 2 o'clock. So here's what I think will be the worst case scenario, Carol. Maybe a slight delay, possible that they play 10 minutes into the first period and then switch sides. But as far as conditions for fans out here, okay, here's the thing. We're going to get up to a high temperature of 43 degrees. You want to dress in layers? We certainly have. That's why we have lost our coats. Don't need them anymore. But the trick is to keep moving. And when the sun sets, when it gets late, and also in any of the shaded areas of the stadium, it's going to get cold quickly.
Well, today is an experience. It's not just the game. It's also a day for the fans to celebrate you guys. This is Spectator Plaza. Thousands and thousands of people enjoying the fun and games. We even ran into Peter Bondra a few moments ago. So they're having fun out here, and it's going to last. Started at 9 a.m. It's going to go right up until whenever they drop the puck. Guys, we are going to have a little more fun with the fans. We're going to be back to you to introduce you to two of the more recognizable fans the Caps have. All right, we'll send it back to you.
We can't wait. I'll tell you what, great stop outside, and it's just getting started in here. They just turned the music on, guys. And a couple of years ago, the Caps were also in the Winter Classic. Weather played a huge factor up at Pittsburgh. Temperatures were 56 degrees, and they were worried about the rain.
Yeah, it rained a lot that game, actually, in Pittsburgh. But the most important part, the Capitals won the game.
Yeah, and here are some of the memories from the veterans on this team from that game.
Capitals versus Penguins. Alex Ovechkin versus Sidney Crosby. The 2011 Winter Classic in Pittsburgh lived up to the hype and then some.
The one thing that I'll always remember is walking out from the stadium to the actual rink
We were actually walking right beside, you know, the Pittsburgh Penguin players as we came out, and just the energy in the building was incredible, and that's something I'll never forget.
There's a lot of build-up, a lot of hype. I think a lot of people were thinking Pittsburgh was going to run away with it, and you know, for our team to show up the way we did and to win that game, I think it was a pretty big statement game for us.
Eric Fair was the unlikely hero that night, scoring 2 goals for the Capitals in a 3-1 victory over the Penguins.
We wanted to get a lead, and they scored first, and then we were able to come back, and then Fairzy gets 2 big goals, and by the mid-second period, it was 3-1 for us, and then it started to rain.
It was tough to see, got a lot of rain on the visor. It was an exciting game. I remember feeling like the fans were really far away, and it was just kind of us on the ice just playing, and it was a really good feeling.
And essentially, we knew that the game was over 30 minutes in, because it was just such a bogged down playing surface that you really couldn't execute anything. So for the last 30 minutes, a lot of us players just kind of enjoyed the ride and chipped pucks out, and it was actually a very easy game, and a great feeling to walk into Pittsburgh and win that.
Let's hope Eric Fair can have another game like that today. Guys, we still have so much coming up on this pregame show.
Yeah, so many of these players grew up playing on hockey ponds in their backyards. They're going to share some of those memories with us in just a minute.
Plus, the Capitals' own head coach calls the Blackhawks the golden standard in hockey. How can the creative Caps win today? NBC Washington's hockey insider Adam Vingan gives you a primer in our NBC Washington app right now. Go check it out during the break.
Just one.
You've only lost one tooth?
Yeah, but wisdom teeth like I was 4, so if you can count. So.
Just half of one, and that's actually chipped right now. So I lost it way back when I was a kid, so it just keeps falling off.
First game of my second season, Glenn Wesley from Carolina hit me with a high stick and came back in my 2 front teeth. I pulled my mouth guard out, and the bottom of those came out in my mouth guard.
Maybe 4 or 5. These all teeth here are fake.
Playing hockey, probably 7. All the front ones.
Well, the bus has arrived. There they are. The Caps showing up, and there he is, Alex Ovechkin alongside Brooks Like, Nicholas Backstrom, Braden Holtby right there. Welcome to Nats Park, guys, and welcome back to the pregame show. Just a few hours away from the puck drop. And Doug, you know, so many of us when we were young kids had dreams of becoming professional athletes. I know you wanted to be a baseball player. I wanted to be Mia Hamm, but that didn't work out. Only a small percentage go on to be professional athletes.
But we are here, and we are happy to be here. And, of course, for the Caps, many of their dreams playing in the NHL actually started in their own backyards on those ice-filled ponds, many of them up in Canada.
I've scored the Stanley Cup winning goal about 600 times in my head. I've played in front of probably 1 million people in my head, but now that I actually get to do it again, it's you try and remember how good you were back in the day when you're playing on the pond or in the street.
Shinny games with random people you've never seen before. You just throw the sticks in the middle and you divide them up and split up teams. That brings up some serious childhood, and that's where it all started for me back home, and street hockey, and that just brings in some good memories.
Between the road hockey, the slough outside the rink, the vacant lot that was turned into a little rink with square bales, and then the actual rink in Wawota, you were always playing hockey. It was a great place to grow up.
When I grew up, there wasn't much for video games or anything like that where I was from, so we just, it wasn't even a question. It was, if it wasn't snowing or if it wasn't 30 below, we were out there.
Right after school, it was go home, grab your skates and your stick and gloves and meet your friends there. It wasn't even a question whether we were meeting, it was everybody was going there. So, and we'd play until it was dark every night. And that was basically how I learned how to play hockey because I didn't start playing community hockey until I was about 10, 11 years old. So, that's basically how I developed as a player.
I'll take. Oh, welcome back, John. You're just amazing. A lot colder up there where they're from. Down here, a little bit tougher to get those outside ponds.
Did you play in Herndon, by the way?
I didn't start playing hockey until my 20s.
Yeah, and I've heard you're not too good either.
No, I'm not.
All right, guys, we still have lots more coming up. Ted Leonsis is going to join us live down here. We're going to talk to him about all the excitement and about puck drop. The sun glare is going to be a problem. So we still have lots more coming up.
At Ralph Wilson Stadium for the first NHL Winter Classic. And it didn't take long for the...
Make sure you click the page on NBC.
wasn't a hockey player, I would love to be in a band. Play drums or guitar. I can't sing worth a lick, but I'd love to be in a band, or else I'd really, really like to be an international spy.
Probably a coach.
A hockey coach?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think you'd be a good coach?
No.
I would like to be a guide. Either that or be a colonel in or a general in the military.
If I wasn't a hockey player, maybe an author. I got a book out now, so a little bit of a side job already.
If I wasn't a hockey player, I'd like to think I would be like a lawyer or something really smart. I really, really would love to work on Wall Street.
Coach or teacher in that aspect. I get along well with the little ones. Kindergarten for me is a good gig. You know, you get nap time, which I'm a big fan of, so snack time, and you get a helper. So for me, I think that's the ideal job.
We were having so much fun here inside the ballpark, getting ready for the 2015 Winter Classic. But now let's go outside where Carol Maloney is standing by with an update on one player in particular for the Capitals who's having an outstanding year. Carol?
Yeah, hey Jason, the moment Troy Brouwer heard that the Caps were hosting the Blackhawks in the Winter Classic, it became an extra special event for him. He is a former Blackhawk, he won a cup with him, and now, today, he's looking for a day in the sun.
While not Chicago's superstar, Troy Brouwer became part of the city's sports skyline.
There's no doubt he's one of the players I really enjoyed playing with because he had a great shot, he's a big physical presence.
To have them think of me as that type of person, not even that type of player, just that type of person, you know, it means a lot. And everyone will tell you, when you win with people, you'll always have that bond, you'll always have those memories.
And then score! The Stanley Cup to the Chicago Blackhawks.
You know, you can only fit 20,000 people in here, but when you're out on the parade and you see how many people are actually supporting you, you know, it's an unbelievable feeling.
Almost as good as leading the parade in his hometown of North Delta, British Columbia, but a feeling cut short just a year later.
It seemed like something was going to happen, so I got traded on draft day. I was actually with a couple of the Hawks at the time, and you know, I was real excited about being able to be traded to another good hockey team, good hockey city.
Now one of the Caps' more productive players, Brouwer will always have a special place in his heart for Chicago.
In the summertime when I'm around here, you know, you still get noticed. People are still really appreciative of, you know, being able to win a Stanley Cup for the city, and you know, it's a great honor and one that I'll always cherish. And the people here, they're just such friendly, nice people, and it's you know, a great city to live and a great city to play.
That was all good, but he'd like to beat him today, that is for sure. Troy Brouwer hoping today to get a big win just for the 2 points and for the experience. And look what we ran into, like you could miss these guys. The Brouwer Rangers, 3 years they've been dressing up in their spandex, leotard, helmet. This is Ranger Ryan.
Yes.
Why?
Well, the question really is why not? Troy's a great guy. First of all, we love the Caps. Second of all, I mean, Troy has a great work ethic, and he loves the game of hockey, and that's apparent in the way he plays, the way he scores his goals. It's a great guy. It's a great guy. Devilishly handsome is what phrases we've used.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves it. I know he's met you guys before. These guys are almost as famous as some of the players. They get a crowd, they give autographs, and I'm sure their parents are so proud. Back to you guys upstairs.
All right, thanks so much,
You
Carol.
have to be proud. Those are great outfits. You know they're warm.
Gotta love the Brouwer Rangers. You know, Troy Brouwer, one of 13 Capitals players from Canada on this roster. And coming to the United States for a lot of these guys was a big-time adjustment. And we caught up with them on how funny some of those adjustments truly were.
My biggest adjustment was actually getting used to not having snow around. Growing up, I mean, when there's snow on the ground, it's hockey season. Right, and from September to April, there's snow in Canada.
The first snowstorm I really was shocked by. How it was supposed to snow and nothing had happened yet, and the next day was completely closed, everything. And I went out to just do normal errands and there was no one on the road.
The weather may have been an issue for some,
Others had to get used to the food.
For me, back home, growing up in Winkler, we had a thing called farmer sausage, and you can't get that anywhere in the States, so sometimes I get my parents to bring it down for me.
My Save on Foods, my Shoppers Drug Mart, getting my Canadian food, or there's not that many different things, but there's some that you're just used to.
And let's not forget about trying to blend in.
People had recognized that I had an accent, and I never had experienced that in my life before, and when I go back home, I recognize my friend's accent.
The amount of stuff you have to do with your car is crazy for me. I got an awakening in Hershey one year when I got pulled over and I didn't have my emissions or registration. It was because no one told me. I just thought when I renewed my insurance, it just renewed everything. That's how I've done it for 10 years. So that was a bit, I got lucky there.
And they've done a great job of blending in with the American players. And the guy that does a great job of blending in, but here is standing out, is the Caps owner, Ted Leonsis, who is joining us right now, live right here, down on the field. Ted, my first question for you, have you heard any news about the game time? Has there been any changes because of this sun glare?
Nope, just basically heard status quo. Let's see how the sun moves behind, and if there is a delay, it's not going to be very long, probably 20, 30 minutes.
You're entering your this day, so special here for the nation's capital, for hockey fans, for people just in general. How special is it for you personally to bring this game to the nation's capital?
Well, it's a gas to be able to see this love letter that NBC will send to our fans and about our city. And, we're the global convener as a community. And I know everything will be flawless today, and we're going to celebrate the military and our wounded warriors. And we can't forget that it's 2 points in the standings. So, once they drop the puck, we'll go back in regular season hockey mode.
Ted, for you, this whole process of getting this together, the excitement, the anticipation building up to this, what has been the most important part of it for you? What's going to be something you're going to look back and remember and say, that was pretty special?
Well, to me, yesterday, just watching the family skating with the players, these are professional players. They've seen it all, but, just to see Alex with his mom and dad and Nick with his wife and his young daughter, you forget that they're real people with real families and how meaningful something like this is to them. And then on the way here today, just sitting in the traffic trying to get in and having people coming up and beeping their horns and giving you the thumbs up because they just know it's a special moment for our community. And, we've spent a lot of time building the enthusiasm and the fan base, and they know that this was a big thank you to them, and they're very appreciative. So I have a warm feeling in my heart for the fans and for the city, and I think this is a great day.
Thank you so much, Ted Leo. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much. Guys, we still have lots more coming up on the pregame show. We're going to get another check-in on the forecast with Veronica Johnson, so do not go anywhere.
do have a celebrity crush. It's Reese Witherspoon. My wife knows about it, so it's all okay.
Lisa Ling.
Lisa Ling. What do you like about her?
I just think that she's a bright woman that I just love the stuff that she covers.
I got a couple of them. Bobby Orr in hockey, in music, John Hyatt. He's a friend of mine, but he doesn't know I have a crush on him.
My celebrity crush would probably be Anna Kendrick, maybe.
Okay. What do you like about her?
I don't know, she's funny.
Salma Hayek.
What do you like about her?
She's just a classy, sophisticated, always looks good. She's just very professional and looks good.
I've asked everyone this question, so please don't get upset with me. Celebrity crush.
I have to go with this pretty little blonde girl named Julianne Hough. I would love to one day hang out with Jimmy Fallon. I think he just looks like an awesome dude who would just be a lot of fun. I think he'd be a fun guy to just kick back with.
He is a totally fun guy to hang out with. We've done some things with Jimmy Fallon. I just met Pat Sajak.
Oh, wow.
He was right there. Nice. So cool. He was watching you guys doing the interview with Ted Leonsis. So we were talking about, Vanna White, turning the letters. Anyway, my crush, by the way, Carol Maloney and Veronica Johnson. You guys are my crush.
Can I buy a vowel? Can I buy a vowel, please? That's what I would have said. I'm sure he never hears that stuff, right?
Right.
VJ and I are still having fun down here. Everyone's counting down. People want to shed their layers, but they shouldn't, right, VJ?
No. Because once you get inside the stadium, especially in the shade, it's going to get cold. And, well, one of the things that we talked about was the last couple of Winter Classics, I think this Winter Classic could be one of the best carols since 2010. Woo! Back in Ann Arbor. They were facing snow and a slow hockey puck on the ice. They had 17 degrees out there. Meanwhile, some of the other Winter Classics, as we take a look back at the last 5 years, in 2012, the Rangers, the Flyers in Philadelphia, it was all about the sun glare. Again, a 2-hour delay there. And of course, the game in Pittsburgh, if you remember, they didn't play till late in the day. 56 degrees the temperature with rain. They had to wait till the rain stopped and temps fell back in the 40s. So again, I think this could be one of the best weather conditions since 2010.
Once that sun goes just down a little bit, fans, though, having fun either way. It's just 2 points for the teams, right? Whoever wins. But what makes it stand out is the media covers the location and, of course, the atmosphere.
Yeah!
I said the atmosphere! Back to you guys.
The atmosphere for you guys, I'm sure. We're going to be out there coming up in just a second. Coming up on NBC4, a little different environment. We're going to go out to the west, out towards Pasadena, California, the Rose Bowl, where normally it's supposed to be on the warm side. This morning, 33.
Oh, wow. We're going to bring you back here after that at 1 o'clock, leading up when the festivities here at Nationals Park really start to pick up. You can see all the Winter Classic action live on NBC4. We'll have you covered after the game as well, News 4 at 5 and 6.
Thank you so much for starting your New Year's Day with us. Check back in with us in about 90 minutes for the game. So long from Nats Park.